Good afternoon. Dewey's out roaming again, and I'm down at my most visited river, the Humber River Valley. I'm just south of the Eglinton Bridge, the Eglinton Crosstown construction project is, I don't know, maybe 300-400 yards behind me. I don't think you'll be able to hear that today. I'm far enough away, maybe 500-600 yards actually. 5 kilometers from my house, and I brought my bike down to a spot I've never been before. I'm on a sandy little hilltop with a sandy beach that goes into the Humber River, and I have quite the configuration of my bike today. It is pretty radical. You let me know in the comments how radical it is and if it's practical. I personally think it's practical, and I'll go over it briefly. I did a separate video with regards to the mounting of the barbecue on my back carrying rack or basket that I had ordered 2 years ago with the bike. And this barbecue that I have, it's a stainless steel barbecue, which I never use. It's a portable one. It's pretty good. It's seen a little action, but it's good for this configuration. And the basket or the cage, I took those off the back and the front one months ago, because with the different configurations of the bike, they were impeding what I wanted to put on the bike. But it's an interesting setup today, and I'm going to go over it with you. That's a stainless steel barbecue. My water bottle, my bike cover still stays on there, my table, my breakdown chair, my breakdown table, and on the front I have my cooler, one of my coolers, a tactical cooler. I call it tactical because you can put a patch on it and it has some molly on the back. It's a good cooler, and in there I have 2 1-pound cylinder propane tanks and some other miscellaneous stuff, some vegetables I'm going to put on the barbecue. I even brought my cast iron little skillet to do the vegetables on. And in the back here I have what I'm going to put on the barbecue is with regards to protein. It's in a little cooler in there, and I'll show you when I break it all down. There it is. Crazy or good idea? Well, one thing I like already, I know I don't have to go foraging for wood or start a fire or get my charcoal ready. So that's one thing I know. Now, I'm not going to go too much into the details in this video with regards to how I set it up, because I did a separate video for that, and actually that's already been published. So you can go to my page. I'll put the setup configuration of the barbecue in the description, so if you want to watch that video, you can. I had to get the internals out of the barbecue. I had sponges in there, I had my silicone mat, and I had underneath the barbecue I have a flame resistant mat which I put in there. That was all inside. And also inside was this little cooler here. This is a cooler I brought my Tomahawk steak in, so I'm doing a Tommy today on the barbecue. Let's christen the new barbecue setup in style. So inside the barbecue I had a frozen gel pack. Really unneeded today because I was such a short distance, 5 kilometers like I said, from my house, and it's good to bring the steak up to temperature, room temperature, before you cook it. So I'll take that out and leave it like that for now on the bike over here. So like I was stating earlier, I'm not going to get into too much detail with regards to the way I set the barbecue up, because that's on a separate video. I've said that already. So I'm going to get the propane tank out of the cooler. I'm going to do the vegetables first, get them going. I'm going to put the cast iron skillet on there first, get that up to temp. In my other video, it gets up to temp in about 7-8 minutes. Made it first try. And my tongs, get that heat up. Now I'm going to set up my chair and table. My chair and my burnt table from my last or a couple of videos ago. I burnt that table up with my twig stove, but anyhow, it's still fine. It adds character. So it's only been about, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes, and I'm already up to a little over 400 degrees. and it's gonna get up to 500 and 600 pretty quick. A couple minutes later, and it's over 600. So I turned it down because I'm not ready to put my vegetables on. I got to do a little prep work on my vegetables. This is my little prep station. Got my 4 knives in there to use to cut my steak. That's my prep knife. Got some Purell. I got to sanitize my hands, and I got some Irish sea salt, some cracked black pepper, and some Montreal steak seasoning. And I have a little olive oil and my temperature probe, and that's my cutlery kit in there. And I got a little cutting board there, so I got to prep that up now. So the mushrooms, I quartered them at home. They were just white button mushrooms. I just quartered them to save me a little work down here. I have one of those inexpensive full tang knives you can get off the internet. I think I got this off Amazon, but it's razor sharp. Now a smart guy, because that's how I'm going to cook the mushrooms. Now a smart guy would have put those in the bottom. Oh man. I have a little red onion. I have some orange pepper. Just stuff I had left over in the fridge for a couple days. Still fresh. I got to use it up. And I have a half a jalapeno pepper. As you can see, I'm working under very tight constraints here. It's already washed. Get some seeds here in the sand. Maybe I'll grow some peppers next year or later this year. I'm okay leaving the seeds here. So I'm not going to cut these very small because I want them easy to work with on my cast iron skillet. It's a rib skillet. So with the jalapeno peppers, I leave the seeds in because I want a little extra heat. And I only have a little bit of jalapeno left here. So I'm just going to quarter that with the seeds. I don't care about the seeds in my food. If you do, you can take them out. So the red onion, that size is good there. Obviously it's a rough chop. And that's it. So it's quite a bit of vegetables. Once the mushrooms render down, you know how that works, right? Like they go down to not much. Fold up plastic. Okay, obviously you can see I overloaded this skillet, but I'll make it work. A little more olive oil. I'll add some salt and pepper once they render down a little bit. Little handle for the skillet. So I'm going to close the lid and get that hot again. All my bags and whatnot and the sponges I just stuck into the bike so they don't blow away. So it's not super windy today. It's a little breezy like usual, but it's very manageable today. I like the rapids over here. Nice spot. I could have set up my my little camp over there today, but the noise, it is a little noisy over there and I don't have an external mic today. Number one, and number two, I'm at a elevated level here at Sand. It's a little more flat. So far I've only seen 2 people, but I'm expecting that won't last much longer, but who knows? Who knows? Now, with these little cues, obviously you can't put it on an offside because it's the manifold for this cue, this barbecue, runs the full length, so you don't have a cold side to put them off onto. So you gotta kind of stay on top of it. And also, the way I have the bike set up right now, I have a rock underneath the kickstand because it's sand here and it was sinking the bike. But I have it a little curbside high. So yeah, I don't know if you can tell from the video, but it is angling that way a little bit more than I had it planned, but it's not a big deal. I'll need very little to no oil for my steak. And you know, that's all I have. That's all I brought with me. That's all I can afford, people. My channel's so small, I don't make any money doing this. This just bleeds money. I love doing this sort of thing. I love getting out into the urban areas of Toronto. Keeps me motivated. And hey, listen, you can see my videos. I need to lose weight. So every time I get out of the house and get active, the better for my health. And like I said, I enjoy doing it. So it's a win-win. And I have no bread today, no pasta. So I just got the vegetables and the steak. So it's keto, which is good. I wish I could do more of that too. I did have a butter tart for breakfast with my coffee. Free up a little space in the cast iron. Put the peppers on directly on the grill for now. Just fixed my rock down there. So now the barbecue was angling towards the river a little bit too much, so I just fixed it up. It took 2 seconds. Now also, you're probably wondering, it's in my other video with my setup of the barbecue, but the seat is not hot whatsoever. And if I had to take it out, it's a quick release seat, so I could pull it out. Just got the lid down right now, bringing the temp up again. Oh yeah, looking pretty good now, huh? A little Celtic sea salt. Not too much. A couple little pinches. And I'm going to put some cracked black pepper. Not too much of that either. 2 pinches. The steak will receive considerably more of those 3. I have the Montreal steak spice, like I said, the sea salt, and the cracked black pepper. Okay, so that I'm going to take these off because I like mine kind of al dente. So I'm going to take them off and put them aside. I'm going to bring that. Comes with a little wood plate there. Just showed you. I'm going to put it over on the table, and that will continue cooking because of the cast iron. So I'm going to get the steak, bring the barbecue back up to temp, and I'm going to throw that steak on. Okay, we're good to throw the steak on. Between 600 and 700 degrees. Looks like a pretty good hock to me. I'd say that's a pretty good fat cap on there, but I'd say it's almost 2 inches thick. Well, it is 2 inches thick there for sure. Bought the meat yesterday. My friend brought me to a butcher shop called the Butcher Shop. It's in Etobicoke. He buys all his meat there, and first time I'd been in that store, and the store was nice. It was very nice. It was I drove by it lots, and I knew they had a retail shop there, but I didn't realize how nice it was. So this is AAA Tomahawk ribeye, bone attached, obviously, and hopefully it turns out good. Just turned it to get the crosshatch on it. I got to keep an eye on this steak. Tripping a little, got a little flame up there, but that's not so bad. A little toasty. You're looking, it ain't cooking. Just seen a fish. Fish came right up over here. Right here. See it? Coming to say hi, buddy. Oh, it's a rainbow trout. And I think it's at the end of its life. It's already spawned out. And unfortunately, it's dying. I don't know if I could go in and get this fish and I could fillet it and I could have some surf and turf. But maybe I won't do that. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm almost certain that's a rainbow trout. So, to get to this point, upstream, up the Humber, it was a strong fish. So, there is, unfortunately, this one's, like I said, it's at the end of its life, but it's splashing me. It's from good stock. Kind of sad, right? The cycle of life. Now I gotta watch out for grizzly bears down here, because the grizzly bears hear that thrashing around and they'll take my tomahawk and that fish and they'll have surf and turf and a little Dewey. But yeah, that's kind of, yeah. Anyhow, that's I'll let nature take its course. I haven't probed it yet. I'll probe it in a bit. Now, if anyone sees this in the comment section, in a survival situation, would that fish be edible? Let me know. It's almost gone. But you know what? I'm thinking if you're hungry, you'd eat it. I think I'd try. Getting there. 111 internal. Don't want to poke too many holes in it. Oh yeah, okay. 115 there. We're almost there. I'm gonna go 125, and I'm gonna let it set up, let it sit. I didn't bring any tinfoil with me to tent it. I meant to do that, but I didn't. So we're going caveman style. So, okay. This is BioSteel electrolytes. It's a blueberry flavor, I believe this one is. So instead of wine, I drink filtered water and some BioSteel. I think we're getting close. Put the vegetables back on and warm them up. It's reading 120. That plate, yeah, perfect size. So they're ironwood plates. I brought 2 plates today. The other one I left in the cooler. I'm just going to eat the vegetables right off the cast iron. Well, let's give it a try. Big knife, huh? And the bone has already been spoken for. My buddy James requested it for his dogs, and he might be getting a 3rd dog. One can't eat it because it's an old Chihuahua with no teeth, but I left a little meat on there for you, buddy. I'll put it in with the veggies for now. Went and got the bigger knife. Well, you know what I forgot? Forgot the salt. Salt Bay. That's a thick steak. It's absolutely perfect though, for me. Oh yeah, yeah, that's good for me. Look at that. Oh, oh my God. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's unbelievable. Big chunks of the Irish sea salt. Unbelievable. Very, very tasty. Now, I don't have much Lee and Perrins left, but this is where the purists say, what are you putting that on that steak for? Well, because I like it on my steak. It's my party, I can do what I want. This steak is unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'll be going back to that butcher for sure. Now, is it a cheap steak? No. But you know what? Compared to some other butchers I've gone to, it's reasonably priced, I think. Look how perfect that is. Yeah, I won't be able to eat this whole steak. There's no way. But let's pack it back up and take it home. Nice rapids in the background. Within the city, this is about as close as you're going to get to up north. Still going at it. Not even going to come close to eating the whole thing. I'll have this, the rest for, maybe I'll make a steak sandwich for dinner. Well, maybe not even today. I'm getting a little late in the day now, so I might finish it up tomorrow. It won't go to waste. But look at that. Absolutely couldn't. You know what? Maybe some people would like it a bit more cooked. Well, a lot of people like it a lot more cooked than that, but that's good for me. Well, unfortunately, I couldn't eat the whole thing. So I'll bag that back up. I brought a bag to put the whole plate in with that, and I'll put it back in my little cooler there. And like I said, that bone is going to a few pups. So this is a breakdown. The cooking grate's in there, the flame deflector's in there, my 2 tanks I put in there. On the way here, I had the 2 tanks in the front carrier, but this should work out. Be a little rattling around, maybe. Not much. Shouldn't be any much more than it was coming here, which was very manageable. No big deal. One ratchet strap. That bungee is just to hold the grease trap from moving around. Well, that's going to conclude this episode of Dewey Roams. I hope you enjoyed my latest contraption with regards to hooking my barbecue up to my back cage on my bike. Like I said, let me know. Crazy? I thought it worked out awesome. You know, no fire, no chopping of wood, no very little smoke signature. You know, could I take it away for 3 or 4 days? No, because I need that extra space for tent and sleeping bag and whatnot. But you know, come down to the park or down to the river or the lake. Hey, it works out. So that's it. I'm done for today. Like, subscribe, and make any comments, and I'll get back to you. And I'll attach the other video of me hooking up the barbecue to the bike. I'll put that in the description. Have a good day. Thanks. Bye.